Ramaphosa, like many leaders before him, has carried himself in a way that is concomitant with the law. And for many leaders in politics, the law is enough of a measure. There isn't a further measure, which is that if every email in my inbox ended up on the front page of the Sunday Times, would I feel comfortable with it? So, look, I think I'm interested to hear what the outcome of the investigation will be. I think it's devastating that it requires R500 million to contest an internal election in our country today. That's something that we need to infiltrate, think about, talk about. But I can't pronounce on, in terms of his conduct, whether or not he should be sanctioned in one way or another. I'm interested to see how the process will unfold. But I do think President Ramaphosa and other leaders like him have a duty in our country to measure themselves in terms of ethics by more than just the standard of the law. So even if you haven't necessarily broken the law, is this something that you can look your constituents in the eye and say, you know what, having to spend R500 million on an internal campaign that no one in the public sees is something I'm super comfortable with. I'm not sure that's the kind of democracy.
Has he handled these questions then in the best way possible? What's your assessment?
No, I mean, I think it's fair to say that if you're the campaign leader, if you're the head of a campaign, you have a duty to know every single penny that's coming into your campaign and to be able to account for it. On a personal level, I happen to believe him when he says he did not know about Bosasa. He did come clean in Parliament and say very clearly, I thought I hadn't received this funding. It turns out that I've given it back. I think that's true. But I also don't think it's enough. I think, especially when you are the clean-up president, you kind of have a duty to be beyond reproach. And look, none of us is a deputy Jesus, right? We all make mistakes. But I think as a campaign head, as the person who's the face of a campaign, when stuff like this comes out, you've got to be able to stand by your decisions one way or the other.